RJ. Good morning, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, RJ. You're back. You'll see a bunch of new people in here, RJ.
Okay.
Bunch, probably like over full class, I think. Got moved to Cock Wilson and I became a fourth grade teacher, so it was a big change. Let's see. When I'm not teaching, I like to be with family, friends, traveling, reading, running, or watching sports. A sports game. I like the Dallas Cowboys. I know they're not doing very well this year, but it's an off year. The San Antonio Spurs, the Boston Red Sox, and the Atlanta Braves. So here's some pictures. I was like after graduation with my mom and my nephew. Favorite color, I like purple. My favorite food is pizza. I think a lot of y'all can agree with me that we all like pizza. Sour Patch Kids are my favorite candy. And especially during the Christmas time, around this time, because if y'all don't know, like, they sell like only the red and green Sour Patch Kids during the Christmas time because those are like Christmas colors. So they're like the best flavors. And if y'all are in class, I would probably be giving y'all a snack every now and then of Sour Patch or Starburst. But you're at home, so y'all get to eat whatever snacks y'all want. My favorite drink?
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea. Target, of course. I think a lot of us like Target.
And the big hippo.
And the hippo. RJ remembers a hippo. I don't know why my favorite animal is a hippo. I think because it's so big. And it's, I don't know, it's a unique animal. They're weird. They're big. I don't know why I like hippos, but they're just like my favorite animal. My hobbies, I already said reading, running, traveling, shopping, listening to music, or hanging out by the water. Let me see. I can't make those any bigger, but there's like a fish I caught during the summer. I caught like 2 of those big red snappers. We went on this fishing trip.
Miss Gonzalez had went into the water and she went fishing too.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It was like an 8-hour fishing trip, and like they'll like use their radar and find those fish, and like you'll drop your line, and literally within a minute you'll have like fish. Like everybody on the boat like was catching fish like left and right. It was crazy. So running, last year I ran the Austin Half Marathon. I was supposed to earlier this month run the New York City Marathon.
But you didn't get to, right?
Yeah, I didn't get to because of the COVID pandemic. So hopefully next year I get to run it because I think that'd be pretty cool. That's a picture of me with a shark. Yes, that is a real shark. I know it looks fake. It's like a baby shark, and I got to like hold it, and they're like swimming around me. That was fun. Class rules. I think y'all probably have had similar ones with Miss Walling. Follow directions quickly. So if I ask you to do something, that means do it as quickly as possible and not slow like a snail. Raise your hand for permission to speak. Miss Walling's class seems to have done that pretty well because I saw, I forgot who it was, somebody raising their hand asking to ask a question. Raise your hand to permission to leave your seat. So if you have to leave, let me know, like, oh, I'm going to the restroom, or send me a chat just so I don't think you wandered off to go, I don't know, take a cat nap. If you have to go to the restroom, it's like being in class. So just in case you ever come back, you're used to it. Just let me know I'm going to the restroom, or can I go to the restroom real fast, or can I go get a pencil or something? Just let me know. Make smart choices. If y'all come from Miss Wallings, I know y'all make smart choices. Number 5, keep your dear teacher happy. So as long as we follow these rules, I should be, I think, happy most of the time, I think. Zoom expectations. Y'all, it's not like you are going back again, but look at me, not your cat or your dog in the background. Keep your camera on at all times. I know RJ, I've talked with you about yours being off sometimes, so you got your siblings behind you. Keep your mic silent, which for the most part, y'all seem to be doing that pretty good. Find a quiet workplace. Avoid eating during class. You have lunchtime, and I may give y'all in the morning, like I know we were having one around 9:45, like a quick little bathroom break for maybe 5 minutes. to go to the restroom, or maybe if you need something to drink, you can do that. Enjoy the process. So we'll make the most of this. You are used to being on Zoom, so it's not like it's anything new. Be respectful. So I don't think we'll really have too many problems with that unless you're talking over somebody or something. Try your best to be on time, which it seems like most of y'all are on time and ready to go. Y'all were ready to go when I opened the Zoom. Focus. So that's a big one. We got to make sure we're focusing, so we're paying attention and we're learning and we're going to make the most of it. And that's just my contact information. But any questions on anything I showed you, or rules or expectations? What were some of the rules I guess Miss Wallings had with y'all? Can somebody tell me maybe a couple of them? Who wants to share? Go ahead, Daniel.
Since one of the expectations is don't show your pet, I'm just going to tell you the names of my pets. Like one is a small brown chihuahua named Eddie, and one is a big yellow chihuahua named Monty.
Okay, so what I was doing before with my class, which I can do it with y'all for sure now, is like usually on Fridays I would let y'all do like a show and tell. It's kind of like a reward, I guess, on Fridays. So hopefully RJ remembers we can get back to doing that, and we can do like a show and tell Friday afternoon, like the last 10 or 15 minutes if y'all want to do that. And you can show your pets or something like your favorite toy, or maybe something you really enjoy playing.
I have two Rottweilers, but one is a boy and one is a girl, but she's getting fat.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions on anything or expectations maybe Miss Wallings had with y'all? Somebody wants to share? I know she always was telling y'all to keep your camera on. What else? Was something else that she made? Somebody got to share something. Is anybody nervous about having a new teacher?
Nope.
Wait, who was that?
Me. I'm nervous because of everybody.
You're nervous because of everybody? Somebody just said that Canvas wasn't working for them. Was it Daniel? Was it you? Somebody told me their Canvas wasn't working. Oh, no, yeah. Dominic said Canvas wasn't working for you. I have no clue what is going on with Canvas. But for my class, we started using, I guess, anybody want to share anything before we start? Because once we start, we're starting here and we're moving. Anything? Anything from anybody? No questions, no nothing? There's not very many people on Zoom today. I figured there would be a lot more. There's only 12? Okay. I'm going to show you something. My class, we started using something called ClassKick. RJ, you remember ClassKick? Let me show you.
Yes.
We're going to be using something called ClassKick quite a bit, just so that I can, especially for math. We'll probably use it for reading too, but we'll be mainly working out of our reading book. But let me show you what ClassKick is. And it's in Rapid Identity, just like you go onto Myon or any of that. So let me show you what ClassKick is. Let me find it first. It's going to be really helpful for me to help you with any work or to see what you're working on or anything like that. Let me show you. Let me share with you. It was ClassKick. Can y'all see my screen? Yeah? Is that a yes, Dominic? Okay, so ClassKick, it's got a hand. It's going to be right here in Rapid Identity. Does everybody know how to go into Canvas, find your backpack?
Listen, Anders, do I go on it too?
Not yet. No, I'm just showing them because they I don't think they used it last week like we used. Like we used it last week.
Okay.
We're just showing them. So ClassKick, it's going to be in your Canvas, your backpack, and Rapid Identity. Everybody knows how to get to Rapid Identity in their backpack on Canvas. I see some nods. I know y'all are tech savvy in Miss Walling's class. So ClassKick, it looks like this. And it's pretty cool. RJ can probably tell you. I don't know that Mariah got to use it. Vida can probably got to use it last week or not. But RJ used it. He liked it. So You're gonna have a sign here, and I'm gonna give you. We'll try it out later with reading in here, and I'm gonna give you a code. So I'll type it into the chat, and then you will have a code. So it's kind of like a Nearpod almost, but this is what it looks like. It will look something. Let's see. It will look something like this. You'll have your worksheet, and you're able to go on here, pick whatever you want to write with. You can use a text box if you want to on there. You can
use the eraser too for this.
the eraser's right there. It's kind of like a Nearpod in a sense. But the good thing about Class Kick is that I can see when y'all are working and what you're doing. And if you're doing something wrong, I might type next to your question, hey, go look at number 3, you added wrong, or you spelt that wrong, or you did something wrong. But I can see when you're working it, even if you have your camera off. So like if for some reason you want to just keep your camera off that afternoon during math because you're having a bad afternoon, but you're still doing your work with me, that's fine because I can see who's working and who's not working. But it's going to be very useful for math. And I know some of y'all that haven't picked up math yet, like Vida, and I don't know, I think Vida, you're the only one that hasn't picked up math. We'll be using it for sure for math later. I can kind of show you what it looks like for math. It gives you everything for math. Y'all see all your math worksheets that you normally would do, your basic facts, your skills, your problem solving. Ooh, and then what we're going over today. Oh, it does individual problems. Oh, okay, that's what it does. So, ooh. And then it gives you directions. Like for math, it's pretty set up. It says use a text box to type in your answers. That's where you would put the T for text box, and you put your text box wherever it is. But I'm not going to mess with these because then I'm going to mess them up. But, and then, for multiple choice, here's a multiple choice one. You would pick A, B, C. There's no E. You would pick your whichever answer you want. It's pretty cool. Just so that I can see that you are working. And it definitely helps when you keep your camera off. But anyways, any questions on we'll try to get to some Class Kick a little bit later during maybe math, probably more math than reading today. But any questions on anything?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, we're gonna start with our spelling. So you need your spelling notebook. I know I heard Miss Walling's always going over this. I will show y'all what I'm talking about. Our spelling words this week, they have Greek roots. Greek and Latin roots. I'll share my screen with y'all. And a highlighter. I need my other computer screen. This thing, y'all remember this, my spelling notebook? Yep. Where's my... I wish. You may see me get and like move the camera and start walking around because I don't want to be sitting forever. I do not want to be sitting. And your highlighter, I think, right? It's weird because we're starting with reading. Everybody has these. RJ, did you get them? Natalie? Yes? You got it, Daniel? You're my spelling notebook. It's this little thing right here. I like doing spelling. I don't know about y'all, but I like doing spelling.
Do we have to use the old or the new?
This one should have been one that you've already had, right? Y'all had this one already, I think. This isn't anything new. This is something that you were given like way back the very beginning of the school year. There's no new one, Daniel. This one's the same one you got like way back in August. Anybody else need help with it? RJ, you have it?
Yes.
Raya, you have it too?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready to begin?
Yes.
Okay, here we're ready to begin. Like I was saying earlier, we're gonna have Greek roots. So part of the word is gonna mean something. I'm gonna write them down here and then we'll take some notes over them in a second. I should have done notes first, but Let's see. Let's go to our next clean page. Oh, that was last week. That was diphthongs. So right here. I'm going to put up top Greek roots. I'm going to move my document camera around. Greek roots this week. We have Greek roots. Does anybody know what bio means? Like if I say biology, what does bio mean? Does anybody know what bio means? Maybe? If I say biology. Mariah, you unmuted yourself. Do you think you know what bio means? We're gonna go over these later on, but just in case. It means like life. Life. Phone. I'm putting these up here. We'll go over these a little bit later. And we'll take some notes in our journal. Sound. We got scope. Scope. Looking at. Meter.
Is there any students in the class?
No, there's nobody in here. It's just us. There's nobody in class but me and y'all. And then
I guess that's good for you.
far or distant. I don't know if it's good or bad. I would rather have kids in the classroom, but hold on, let me see. Natalie is having a hard time logging in. Hold on, guys. Let me see. Somebody's having a hard time logging in.
Wait, Miss Hernandez. How long is it gonna be like this?
What do you mean?
With all the other classes?
This is like for, I would say the third 6 weeks at least. I don't know if for some reason, if you just want to write up here just Greek roots, we'll write this in our reading journal later. Angelina, you don't have to write this right now. Just write Greek roots up top. I don't know. I mean, I didn't expect to be a virtual teacher. I was hoping I wouldn't have to be a virtual teacher, but I guess it depends on how many more people come back to school. Good job, Emma. I guess if more kids come back to school, like say, I'm not saying y'all would, but what if y'all all started coming back to school, then they would probably need another face-to-face teacher. So that means they would maybe dissolve one of us virtual teachers, because there's 2 teachers that are teaching virtual kids, and then another teacher is like a hybrid. So like back before where she's got in class and virtual. So I have no clue how long this is going on. I would say at least the third 6 weeks, maybe. I think there will always be at least one virtual teacher because some of y'all won't come back to school until maybe the next school year. So there will always at least be one virtual teacher. But
But that's not you.
right now it's me. I don't know that it would be me in the future. I don't know. And like another question was, I know Miss Walling's class had, they said, well, do I get to, like, if I came back to school tomorrow, do I get to go to Miss Walling's? I have no clue if you would go to Miss Walling's. So like if you change your mind and you want to go back to school, I don't know that your teacher would be your old teacher again. Like Mariah, if you came back to me, like if you wanted to come back to school for sure, I know you wouldn't have me as a teacher. You would have somebody else.
Oh.
Yeah. And like same thing with me.
Wait.
Huh?
I think I want to wait because I'm like.
I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't know that I'll be teaching virtual the rest of the year, and I don't know that I will be back with kids again. I have no clue. And I don't know that maybe the old kids won't be back with me if we did like another change or something. Maybe, I don't know. I can't really tell you.
Are we gonna switch teachers online or no? Or are we gonna stay with you?
You're going to stay with me as long as you're virtual. And if I'm virtual, you'll stay with me the whole time. Anela, you have a question?
Why I'm not going back to school is because I wish I could, but I wouldn't really do it. There's one reason, because whenever I was in the class, we did something called Khan Academy, and then it was a website, and it kind of had coding, and I got into coding. But also, what I thought was funny is my teacher wasn't really worrying about COVID. Well, she still put masks and disinfect stuff in, but 2 hours after that, I watched the news, and it says that the amount of people that are getting COVID in schools is kind of rising.
And that's another thing too. I can tell you. I mean, the numbers have been going up. I guess I don't know. They say because of Halloween and stuff. I don't know. I mean, there's always a chance that those kids that are in class too, that are back in school, they could be virtual too, like y'all, because of the numbers rising and schools closing. I don't think. I mean, it's not happening right now, but there's always a chance that everybody could be back virtual, like we were in the spring. Remember, everybody was online. Nobody was at school. There's always a chance of that. So. But as for anybody going back with their original teachers, as long as you're on a computer, you're with me for right now, at least. At least I would say the third 6 weeks. After the third 6 weeks, like after Christmas and stuff, maybe there's another change. I have no clue. But y'all had asked, I think RJ had asked, he said, what, is there any kids in the classroom? I showed y'all earlier, there's literally like 4 desks.
Wow.
Per classroom. Remember RJ, there was a lot more desks before. There's 4 desks in here. There's nobody in here. It's just literally me and y'all. Kind of like at the beginning of the school year where your teacher was at home. Same thing. But I don't know. I mean, hopefully eventually everybody gets back to school. But anyways, let me see. Hold on, because there was somebody that was having trouble with Zoom. Let me see if I can send them the Zoom link real fast. But any other questions about anything? I don't know anything about coming back to school and being with your old.
They've been reporting that there's clones at night and that there's been a lot.
Let me see. Hold on. I'm trying to send this parent an email. I don't know why the Zoom's not sometimes doesn't work. I didn't post one this morning. That's why. Oops. I didn't post an announcement. Link, or you try entering the ID and passcode. Did y'all, anybody besides, I think Chris was the only one that had problems. Did anybody else have problems with the Zoom link? I don't think for Miss Walling's class. RJ, you're with me, so you had the same. Anybody else have problems with the Zoom link this morning, or?
I had trouble looking for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, and hopefully that you're on my Canvas now. Normally every morning I'll post like a announcement with the date, and then it has a Zoom link so that you can just click on it from Canvas. But it's gonna stay the same as what it is now. So whatever it is now, it's the same. So if you write down the meeting ID or anything, you'll be good to go for the future. But let's go back to what we're doing with our spelling. Our first word is biology, right? Let me see. No, I'm sorry, not biology. My bad. I'm thinking of a different one. Biography. How many sounds do you hear in biography? How many sounds do you hear in biography? Oh, I missed the kids in class. They used to yell it out. You can unmute yourself if you think you know how many sounds are in biography. I know we're waking up to spelling, not math. It's different. How many sounds in biography? Fee. Somebody sent me a chat. A little more than that, Mariah. How many sounds in biography? E. How many sounds do we have in biography? Go ahead, Natalie. If you have your hand up, you can unmute yourself.
8.
8. Bingo. 8 sounds. I'm going to put 8 little dots up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ba, I, g, What makes the f sound? It's PH. I wish I had you on class biography. Biography. I'm gonna turn the lights down. Maybe if I dim the lights. If I dim the lights, maybe it would be better. Do you think that would put y'all to sleep if I dim the lights? Ooh, what are we highlighting here? I like highlighting the whole telly and then scope. This one, they're highlighting everything in this one. I guess biography. Does anybody know? Oh, biography. Y'all probably know biographies. We've studied biographies in reading. What's a biography? Who remembers a biography? Ah! I shouldn't have highlighted the yellow. Don't highlight the Y. Sorry, I highlighted the wrong one. Biography. Don't highlight the Y. That was my fault. A biography. Who remembers what a biography is? We talked about that like a few weeks ago in reading when you read Barbed Wire Halo, the biography, the story about somebody's life. Y'all remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and the next one is biology. How many sounds do we hear in biology?
8.
One too many.
7.
7. Yes, somebody. Good job, Emma. Was that you? Biology. Yeah, 7. 1, 2, 3. B-I-O-O-H-E. Did I spell it right? Sometimes I spell things wrong. Don't make fun of me if I spell something wrong. Biology. Always wanted to be in the spelling bee when I was younger. Anybody have those same hopes and dreams? I wanted to be in the spelling bee.
I've been in the spelling bee, but I went fourth place.
That's not bad.
Yeah, last year we had Natalie and Anello in the spelling bee.
Oh, Anella, where did you place at?
I got bad because I'm always shy and I don't know why I do stuff like the science fair because I just get forced to.
Get forced to? Yeah, but I wanted to be in the spelling bee. I used to be nerdy too and watch the spelling bee they would show on TV like during the summer. I would always watch it. Those words are hard they give y'all. These words this week are kind of hard too. Our next one, biome. Biome. Ooh, that's interesting. B-I-O-M. How many sounds do we hear in biome? Go ahead, Anello.
4.
4. Yeah, there you go. Biome. 1, 2, 3, 4. B-I-O-M. Got the silent E in there. A silent E. Trickster. That silent E is trickster. Then biome. Let me see. Biome. I'm used to being at my whiteboard, not my desk anymore. Biome. Were y'all doing those spelling tests online? I think y'all were, right? On Canvas, the spelling test? You're welcome. I was creating those and sharing them with everybody. So we'll keep doing those spelling tests. Ooh, this one right now. Everybody has one of these, or most people have one of these. A telephone. How many sounds do you hear in telephone?
9.
How many? I see Natalie counting. How many sounds in telephone? 6. She's not awake yet. I know. Spelling early in the morning. A little more than that, Dominic. How many do we got?
6.
Go ahead, Natalie. Sorry, is that your hand up?
7.
7. Not used to hands being up. Miss Walling's trained y'all. She's like cracking her whip. 6, 7. That E again. That E. Ooh, there's a schwa in there. That E makes it. Telephone. Ooh, this one has 2 Greek roots in it. Tele and then phone. Telephone. Telephone. That Lady Gaga song, Telephone. Y'all might be too young for that song, actually. I don't know if any of y'all know that song. Telephone by Lady Gaga. I think that might have been before y'all's time, possibly. Y'all even know who Lady Gaga is? Some of y'all may know, kinda. She's probably
I know my sister does.
probably before y'all's like time, actually. To be honest with you. Nello, you have a question?
But I would think that that you would see is a telephone, so I don't know why it's even a thing. Because those are like old. They're like when payphones were still around.
Oh, you're
I
talking
don't even know how I know that.
about like your home phones, what you're talking about, a telephone.
Like
Right?
oh, like a house phone.
Yeah, like a house phone is what you're talking about, right?
Oh, I've seen one of those at my other grandma's house.
That's probably, yeah, that's like way before y'all. That was like probably towards the end of my time, like around y'all's age, where we were using like they called them landlines because they were like at home. Yeah. But yeah, that was probably like I was y'all's age and they were kind of going out of style or out of age then. That's when I was y'all's age, I think cell phones were just becoming like a thing, like when I was, and they were like huge. They were those big brick cell phones. Dominic.
We really, at my house, we don't really have a home phone because everybody in my house has like a phone. But at my grandma's and grandpa's house, they have two.
Yeah, the older people probably do, and sometimes some people just have the home phone because it like comes with your cable now. Like it's almost like a free thing like that they offer, but not too many people have home phones anymore. And I probably couldn't even tell you of anybody in my family that has a home phone, to be honest with you. But anyways, microphone. A microphone. Some of y'all have microphones, I'm guessing, maybe around you, or you have your headphones on with microphones. How many sounds in microphones? I see y'all counting with your little fingers. Yeah, there you go, Dominic. Exactly. I hear Mariah. Good job, Anello. Yeah, 8. Microphone, 8. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Microphone. I just realized I skipped that whole square there, but it's because I can't see. If I was standing, I could see. Phone. Phone means like sound. Phone means sound. Like what? That's headphones. Microphone. Phone. Microphone. Phone is our root. Means sound. We'll write those down in our journal in a little bit when we get done. Microphone. Y'all probably have these too. Ooh, or y'all should have these, or some of y'all have these.
We all have one on when we're on Zoom because we use the microphone to talk.
Oh yeah, that's true, I guess. But I think some of y'all have this next thing. Headphones. Headphones. A lot of y'all probably have these too, especially if you got siblings. Nallie's got them. Headphones. Headphones. How many? I see Emily counting, or not Emily. Emma. Sorry, Emma.
7.
7. Bingo. Good job. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Headphones. Headphones. It's really quiet in here. I miss the hustle and bustle of classroom chatter. Do y'all miss being around your friends in school? Does anybody miss that?
Yes, to bring electronics in school, yes.
I don't think you'd be allowing electronics. I saw Miss Walling cracking the whip before her classroom. Somebody had a cell phone. She's like, you're going to turn off your cell phone before you walk in here. Like, ooh. She's ready to go. Y'all know about Miss Walling and her strict ways. What do you got? Anyways, a gyroscope. Those. It's like a scope. A gyroscope. I'm about to look one of those up. I forgot what they look like. A gyroscope. These are one of those words that a spelling bee would trick you up on. A gyroscope. Gyroscope. Got a long I. Gyroscope. Go ahead, Natalie.
8.
Boom. I'll just let you lead our spelling lesson tomorrow. How about that? My in-class kids be pretty good at doing spelling, but my ones at home. Maybe I will have y'all doing some lessons. Y'all can teach me some stuff. How about that? Y'all can be leading some of these lessons. That would be pretty fun for some of y'all. I'll sit back and I'll take notes while y'all do it.
I'm way too shy.
Too shy? Y'all can't be that shy.
Yeah, like on Friday, we were Miss Walling was having a dance party, and Miss Ayachika joined.
Saw that y'all were having a dance party.
And then Emma was too shy to dance.
I wanted to go join y'all's little dance party, but I had kids. Otherwise, I would have been dancing there too.
So then I made my crab dance.
And I was doing my avocado dance, but I wasn't really dancing.
You're gonna have to show me that one, your avocado dance. Okay. Let me finish this right now. What do we got? Ooh, a telescope. A telescope. How many sounds in telescope? Telescope. Dominic?
8.
8.
8. Yeah, good job. 1, 2,
I actually have a telescope.
6, 7, 8. I hear somebody that said something. I don't know who that was. I don't have it like very big because I got rid of my other computer screen. Now I'm gonna need another computer screen. I took it down. I had 2 monitors here. I don't know if it was up there yet, Mariah, when you were here, but I had 2 monitors, and then I got rid of it because I was like, oh, I don't need it because I'm not gonna be a virtual teacher anymore. I don't need it for my virtual kids. Well, what happened? I ended up being a virtual teacher and I got rid of it. Now I'm like, well, beans and cheese. Like, well, that was a waste. Telescope. So nothing really changed for y'all at home. Y'all are still, it's like a normal day for y'all. Y'all don't have really too many changes. Y'all got lucky.
Only 2 more words and that's it.
Is it? Oh yeah, only 2. I should do all 10 today, but I'm not gonna be mean and do that. But
Is this your first virtual class?
no, because I was like, if you think about during the spring, I was completely virtual, and then I taught summer school, and we were completely virtual too. And then we've been Zooming. I've been Zooming with mine. I've been Zooming with my kids. Or at the beginning of the year where we were all at home, I was Zooming with all my kids at home, and then I had 1 kid here, and then the rest were at home, and then I had like half and half the past 6 weeks. So I've been Zooming for a while. I'd rather not Zoom though. I like being around the kids. It's a lot funner. It's a lot funner to be around people. It's kind of boring when you don't have anybody. Like all I do is talk to y'all. I just want to talk to somebody else. No offense to y'all, but I just want to talk to, like, I guess y'all face to face. I would rather be
someone in person.
Yeah, people in person. I don't know. It's just weird. It feels like there's like sometimes
It's more quiet with the students online, but whenever the students were in class, it was like, because whenever you say something, everyone's quiet.
I guess that is a big difference. I didn't realize that there's nobody in class, so it's like quiet now. There's no like chatter in the background or anything going on. Dominic, you have a question?
I'd rather be in school than home because if you're like on Zoom and you're unmuted to like say something, and you're like in a house with your family, like they're gonna talk and they're gonna hear you. So I think it's better to be in a classroom to get more quiet.
That's why RJ half the time doesn't, or most of the time won't have his camera on because he's got like siblings or his siblings are Zooming too. And then you can hear one time, I think it was summer school. I was teaching summer school and they were both in summer school, like the brothers. And I could hear what the brother was Zooming with. And I'm sure the brother could hear what we were Zooming with. So yeah, it's loud. It's not as loud now. It's probably quiet for y'all. We got one more. Periscope. Ooh, a periscope. Oh, Periscope. Who thinks they've got it? Periscope.
It's not writing. You unmute. Periscope. Go ahead, Natalie.
8.
8. Ocho. Yep. Oh, these. Oh, did I skip one? Was that 10? Did I skip?
You did not write it.
Which one did I not write? Wait, no. Did I skip one? I'm trying to see if I wrote
I
telescope.
think you needed my mind.
How many do y'all have written down? Do y'all have 10 written down? Did I skip one?
No,
No,
we
we
have-
only have 9.
Yeah.
No, 8.
Okay.
I have
hold-
8.
I
You're
wrote
missing
down.
more.
What? Hold on. Let me see which one I forgot. Sometimes I skip over them, but let me do Periscope. It was 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Periscope. Let me see which one I did. Sometimes I miss these. I skip over ones. And if you can't read my handwriting, well, just let me know, and I will do my best to fix it. What is with all these emails? Let me see which word I skipped.
What
Biography.
happens to Miss Walling?
What happened to Miss Wallings?
No, it happens to Miss Walling. She gets so many emails.
Oh, I know. There are days. There was one day I had I swear, 50 emails in 30 minutes. It was. Oh, I didn't do biologist. That's the one I didn't do. Okay, I found it. With the Zoom links and everything, people are trying to Zoom. Hold on. That's why I have my computer here. I'll have a computer. I'll have 2 monitors and my own computer and all of this junk. We got one more. I figured out what word it was. It was biologist. How many sounds do you have in biologist? Man, the morning's going by fast. Biologist. Dominic. We'll let Dominic see if he's got it.
8.
Close. Natalie, what'd you get?
9.
You're just off by 1, Dominic. Close though. Good. Biologist. That's somebody that studies animal or life, I guess, because bio means life. 1, 2, 3, 4. Specifically, probably animals. A biologist. That's a rare one. Each letter has a box. That does not happen that often. Biologist. Oh, and sometimes y'all may need to tell me to record. I don't know. So that you can go back and look if you need it for some reason or somebody misses something. Biologist. Bio. Let me see. Okay. Next, you will need your reading journal. We're going to be taking some notes. I don't know what day y'all would write down vocabulary words or not, but I like to do them on Monday so that you have an extra day to really go over your vocabulary words. But since we're talking about spelling, I'm going to give you some notes to write down for the Greek and Latin roots because I'm assuming you're going to need them on Friday for your test. It's probably going to ask, I don't know, something about the Greek and Latin roots. So,
Do we get our my view?
not yet, RJ. Get out your reading journal or whatever you've been taking notes in. I know Miss Walling's class probably has. Do y'all have a reading journal and a writing journal, or what did y'all have? I don't know what she had for y'all.
We use like a reading journal, I think, for spelling and reading.
I know for my class they're probably just using completely all of these same journals, but I don't know. Hold on. So the notes earlier I took at the top of my spelling up here, we're going to put in our journal so that you can have for Friday. So Greek and Latin roots. We're going to be fancy. We're going to be Greek. Anybody like Greek food? I don't like Greek food. I've never had Greek food, so I wouldn't know. But anyways, we'll move on. So Greek roots, we're going to take this down in our journal. If it focuses, of course it's not going to focus, right? Let me see. Where's the thing at to make it focus? Hold on, let me make it focus. This thing is so weird. I'm going to get it. Hold on. Come on. Hold on. Technology. Look, now it works. There you go. Oh, beans and cheese. Come on. You'll hear me quite often say beans and cheese. Really? Technology. Look at this. It's not even working. Ugh. I have a love-hate relationship with technology. Where's my little controls? Hold on. Let me find my little controls on this thing. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hold on. Emma, you have a question?
So, I've been really wanting to learn cursive in class, and I got this cursive journal and writing journal, and our Miss Walling told us we're going to be learning that in class.
I'm not sure if it's starting today or not, but I know we're going to be using it. Yeah, the writing handbook. I'm not sure if we're using it today, if we're starting it today, but I know we'll be eventually getting it. So, which I can look it up too to see if we are using it or not, or maybe we'll just start using it ourselves. So Greek roots. We're writing this down in our reading journal. It will be helpful for your test on Friday. I know that's for sure. So bio means life. So make sure you're writing this down. Bio means life. So like biology. It's the study of life, of like animals, of people, of even plants, I guess, because plants kind of have a life. What else? Oh, biome. There's biome. What other word has bio in it? Biology, biome, biology. I can't think of anything right now with bio.
Biologist.
Biologist, yeah, it's one of our spelling. I'm trying to think of what else. I can't. I'm brain fart. I got a case of the Mondays.
Biography.
Oh yeah, biography. Yeah, somebody just said that one. Yeah, see, there you go. Biography. That's a story written about somebody's life by someone else. An autobiography is written by that person about their life. What's the next one? Phone. I messed up there. You don't have to make that little mark. Phone is like sound, so like telephone. Oh, I've got one. Your spelling notebook is called graphing phoneme.
Listen on this.
RJ?
I think I already did this.
I don't think you've done it yet because it's a new week, RJ. This is new. This for sure is new. I know that. Let me see. What else do we have here? We have, before we move on, does anybody else have any maybe examples of, go ahead, Dominic, of words with phone in it? I know there's like telephone. What else was it? Had something. Anybody else? Phone root in it?
Phonemes.
The phoneme graphing map thing? I don't think your spelling notebook, yeah. Oh, just phone? I guess just phone in general, just like a phone. We'll make a list of words maybe later on this week. What's our next one? Scope. So you're looking at, so you use like a telescope, right? To look at something or look at someone, right? You like look at them with your telescope. Telescope has two, so I'm trying to think anything else. A kaleidoscope. Do y'all know what a kaleidoscope is? Those little things you look in and it gives you like this weird little picture or something in them.
I have this thing. My brother has this thing that where you can draw and then you turn on the light and then the picture what you draw shows on the wall.
Ooh, that's cool. reply to.
The closest thing to that I have is a telescope.
Yeah, a telescope. So you look up at the sky, right? It makes things bigger. Oh, a microscope. Microscope. That's to like.
You can see planets.
Yeah, that's what you'd use a telescope for. Then you got like microscope that you would use to look at like super tiny little, like, I don't know, bacteria or something, like a microscope. You know what I'm talking about on a microscope? Maybe let's study the life of those little organisms on a microscope.
It's in the lab.
Graph, written or drawn. So like, we have a lot of graphs in math. I know that's for sure. A telegraph, that's like a written letter. I don't want to reply to all. I want to reply to edit or view recipients. I don't want to reply to everybody. I'll have to figure that out later. The other Natalie didn't join in, right? No, did Natalie, the other Natalie join in? Oh,
No, she was over. I don't know what happened to her.
Okay.
She has her camera off.
Yeah, she has her camera off. We have two Natalies now. So you might have to change your name, both of y'all, and put like your initial. So like Natalie B and Natalie V. Oh man, BV. Those are sound very same. Okay, Natalie's?
All right.
Mine normally keeps hers off too, type of stuff going on. But just so that I know, Natalie and my Natalie, Natalie V, you're staying at home, correct? Because Miss Wallings called to ask.
Yes, I'm staying at home.
Okay, just checking to make sure. So I can let Miss Wallings know. She was expecting you. She had a nice desk ready for the new Natalie, and now you're staying with me, which I don't mind. But I remember saying I wanted to switch Natalie's. Remember that, Natalie? B, when you were in my class a couple of weeks ago? Meter to measure. Natalie V, did you have to enter the ID? Is that how you got in here? I don't know. Did she leave again?
Yeah, that's how I did it because it was not working for me.
Yeah, sometimes for y'all, since we're Zooming, if it's not working with the link, I would try the meeting ID and the password, because that works sometimes better than the ID. I don't know why. I don't know. Everybody's Zooming right now, so that could be an issue, but yeah. Oh, let me see. All these cameras off. Why does my class have their cameras off? Mariah, turn yours on. Vida, you too. Natalie, RJ. I want to see y'all's faces. Look at Miss Walling's class. They all show their face, even though they probably don't want to. But I know RJ's got like crazy stuff going on behind him.
Sometimes Dominic has his camera
Oh,
problem.
Dominic, they're calling you out, Dominic. I'm gonna be watching you. I'm watching you.
Dominic, the only reason why he has his camera off is because it's probably because of his camera problem. He always has it.
Yeah, and I know some of y'all have I know RJ has siblings and stuff, and sometimes it's like craziness behind them.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yeah.
Can you share your screen? Because I'm not done writing it.
Sorry, yeah. My bad. I don't know why I stopped sharing. Here we go. There we go. Meter to measure. So like a meter stick. I got one right here. It's not a meter stick, but it's like a meter stick. It's to measure. You use it to measure things. Bam, bam. What else? Is that the last one? Oh, no, there's one more. This is going to be super helpful. That's what I was looking up at your test on Friday. I was going to see what you need to know. Always thinking ahead. What you need to know for Friday. That's not this week. No, 2.4. Steeped, yes. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you're going to have to know these, and then what is the root? Ooh, very helpful. Very helpful to know that. Very. We got one more. We got telly. On the telly, I don't know if y'all have heard the British. They'll say, Dominic, you got a question?
For meteor, we used for Miss Walling's class, we had a mathematics reference. It was like a measuring sheet.
Yeah, and I think y'all got another one, I believe, with your new stuff, right? That y'all that picked up stuff.
Is that Tiki?
Yeah. Telly. Sorry, that's telly. Let me think. Telly. Y'all watch any British shows? They'll say, "Turn on the telly," like the television. Telly. Far or distant. So tele means far or distant. I guess if you think of television, I guess they're far away. Those characters are not next to you or anything that I know of. Let me see. I swear. Google. The telly. You might be using my view. I guess you can use. Got a mess. We got a mess. Got a mess.
I'm done.
I got one done. A thumbs up, I guess, if you're done. So I know as I look through here and I figure out. We're talking about poetry this week. Woo, man. Oh, I wonder if Miss Wallings didn't share that today with us. Poetry. Poetry's tough.
I'm done.
Got two done. Poetry's tough. I'm not a big fan of poetry, but we'll figure it out. Poetry. Anybody have any good poetry they like to read? Or does anybody write poetry? Anybody write any poetry? 336.
In my old school in first grade, we didn't write poetry.
Poetry's hard. It's a hard thing for me to even understand. I'm not a big fan of it, but we'll make it work. I guess we can talk about, let me see, I'm trying to think. I guess since we have our reading journal out, we can go over our vocabulary words for the week. So you can have them and then you can study them for Friday. Were y'all writing them in your journal with Miss Wallings? I think so. I'm assuming so. I would assume so with Miss Wallings. Probably. Is that what y'all are doing, Natalie? Writing them down in your journal? Vocabulary? I know mine were writing them down.
We did it for some, but not all of them.
Some, but not all of them. I like to write them down because on Fridays I'm kind and like to let my kids use their journal on their test. Some of them still wouldn't use their journal on their test, but I would let them use it anyway. So let me quiz y'all first. Let me see what y'all know about some of these vocabulary words. Does anybody know what tender means? Like a tender piece of meat. Maybe. If I say, that meat is very tender. Or I'm trying to think of another example of using tender in a word. Natalie, you kind of put your hand up. What'd you think? If I say that meat's tender, maybe.
The meat tastes good.
Not taste good. Or if I say, I'm trying to think of another example. Not taste good. I'm trying to think.
Doesn't it mean like chewy or something? If you say it in that kind of sentence.
Yeah, kind of like chewy, or it's kind of soft. So I guess that would be similar to chewy. So tender, soft or gentle or easily damaged. So it's soft. I was gonna say like, oh, as an example, like the person is tender or she is tender, kind of soft or gentle.
Do we write this down?
Yes. I will write these down and I would highlight, if you got or underline this keyword, because that's usually the answer on your test on Friday. So if you know tender and you understand that it's a synonym for it is soft, or the meaning for it is soft, it will definitely help you on your Fridays. Yes, I would write these down. So vocabulary, I put 2.4 vocabulary. I know I like to write my vocabulary words down too. I write them down so y'all can see, obviously. Otherwise, we're lost. The chameleon. Read aloud the story Chameleon. Usually think aloud. Oh, okay. Where's the chameleon at? I probably didn't get it. Oh no, I did. Poetry. Poetry's got a lot of figurative language in it. Chameleons. I'm trying to think what else it's got. Rhymes in them. They don't always all rhyme though. But let's see. What's our next one? They're hard this week. Excreted. Separated and removed from the body. So like excreted. Oh, I don't want to sound. I don't know. I don't want to sound like gross or anything. I'm trying to think of an example with excreted. I guess what animal was that a while back? Was it the frog or the snake? He like excreted venom from somewhere, like his head or something, or his eyes, I think it was.
He squirted blood from his eyes.
Yeah, that one. Y'all remember that one? I think it wasn't Animal Mimics. It was the one before. Was it an animal? I don't remember what story it is, but he like excreted or like he like shot out something from his eyes. So like it came out from his eyes. Yeah, the blood, Mariah. It was that one was crazy.
I think it was 2 pages. It was the page 2 pages before the mimicry book.
Was it mimicry? Was it?
No, it wasn't inside the book. It was 2 pages before it. It was like the little intro into whatever the story is about.
Okay. Oh yeah, the intro that we'll go over here in a little bit. Yeah, like it's talking about the different animals. Yeah, I remember that. Let me see. Now I'm like curious. So yeah, he like shot out blood. That one was crazy. That's crazy. Just think about that. Like being an animal and seeing that. That's crazy. How would you feel about that if like you got shot at like that? I would be scared. I would be scared. Somebody's yawning. Who's sleepy already? Who's sleepy? You can't be sleepy yet.
Dominic.
Dominic.
I'm sleepy.
I'm not sleeping. There's a window right by my desk, and the sun's literally facing towards me.
I am very sleepy because during the night, my grandpa's work timer woke me up at 4 in the morning.
I'm tired too because I was thinking about work. I was dreaming about Class Kick, that new little program last night. I was dreaming about it. I was like, oh, they're not using Class Kick. They're not working. I was all off.
I'm kind of tired because in the middle of the night, there's a woodpecker trying to pick my bookshelf.
Oh, so make sure you write down the word, and the definition, highlight that key word. So removed. I can guarantee you it's your answer choice on that test on Friday. And y'all got your paper test for reading now. So yay, I'm excited about that. Y'all have paper test for reading, right? Mm-hmm. And before y'all didn't. So I'm excited about that. Vessels. Ooh, this one's a long one. Vessels, tubes or passageways carrying fluid around an organism. Or containers. Containers. Vessels. So tubes or passageways. Like you have blood vessels and they carry what through your arms? What do the blood vessels carry through your arms? They carry blood through your body to keep it circulating, to keep you awake. Let me see. Poetry. Yeah, poetry. Oh, poetry. Ooh,
Miss Hernandez.
Yes.
In Miss Walling's class, she would go like online. We would have her in camp. She'll pull up something with the vocabulary, and then we'll have like a word, and then it'll take the definition, and then it'll show like an example, like a sentence.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I have it too. I can share it with y'all, but some of mine, they were like confused on how to write it down. I can show you an example. I know what you're talking about. Anela, you got a question? I know what you're talking about.
What kind of story are we reading? What kind of story would it be about?
I think it's a butterfly.
Yeah.
Is it like some kind of medical story? Like what?
I think it's a butterfly story because
poetry, and it's about butterflies, and I think it's got multiple.
I was correct.
Yeah, you think we would be reading something about, like a metaphor, just like from, I guess, making an inference, and is what you're doing with those vocabulary words. But yeah, it's about butterflies.
I knew it.
And let me see, it's multiple poems. There's like multiple poems in here. I mean, I don't know. It's an interesting story this week. It's just full of poetry. Yeah, you think we would be reading something in science, but I think it's talking about, I don't know, it's talking about plants. Maybe the plants excrete something. Vessels, maybe the vessels, like talking maybe about the stems of the plants being the tubes or the vessels. Maybe something travels up them. I don't know. But let me see. I know what you're talking about, Dominic, about what Miss Walling shared with y'all for vocabulary. I know. Let me see. I know what you're talking about. It had examples of it. Let me see. I don't even know where the vocabulary words are. But let me see if I can find it. Miss Wallings. Miss Wallings. What was it? 2 point. Nope, not that one. Nope. Men of the Mississippi. Something butterflies. 2.4. I know what where are the vocabulary words for it? No. I know what you're talking about. Oh, right here. This is what you're talking about, right? Yeah? So like, soft, don't be too cruel to a tender heart. Yeah, these are what you're talking about. I have them cut out, put up on my board, like if there's kids in here. And then excreted kidneys were excreted from the body for donation. So they were removed. Kidneys, so you can give your kidney to somebody. I think it's a kidney. You can give
I
to
like this better because like it's like much bigger.
It's much bigger? Okay. I mean, I can do it this way. It doesn't bother me to do it that way, but some of mine were like, what do I write down? I don't know what to write down. So if you are used to it,
I'm weirded out right now.
I'll show y'all. I guess we can go over them and then we can write them down. So vessels, so tubes or passageways carrying fluid around an organism. So my vessels carry blood and oxygen through my body to keep us healthy. That's what these little red circle things that look like candy are. They're the blood going through the body. Steeped, it has the picture. Soaked or drenched. He's like drenched in the rain. Ultraviolet. Yeah, this story is all over the place with the vocabulary. A color of light that is invisible to the human eye.
That looks cool. Like the picture.
Yeah, the ultraviolet light was hard to see. So
It looks like a prism getting reflected by a rainbow or something.
It does, yeah. It's pretty cool. Okay.
It's cool.
All right, so let's go back and let's copy them down. I guess we can start that way and then we can work our way back and copy them down from now on. That makes sense. Steeped. Let me make this one a little bit bigger too. I'll make it a little bit bigger so y'all can see. Steeped. Right there. So steeped, soaked or drenched. You were soaked in rainwater, I guess. Or he was steeped by the rainfall, I guess.
For that one, it was kind of like yesterday because yesterday was raining really hard at Portland.
Was it? Oh, yeah, yesterday morning it was raining because I lived that way and it was raining.
I had a baseball tournament at Portland Saturday and Sunday, and yesterday it was raining.
Yeah, it was like raining hard over. Yeah, it was. Now that I think back, it was raining hard yesterday.
Like it was like a hammer banging on the cages, but it was actually the water.
Did y'all end up playing or y'all got?
We waited in the dugout and then we came back out until it stopped.
Ah, okay. So y'all did get to play.
But we did lose.
I found
would say
the story.
15-0.
Yeah, well.
We lost 15-0 because they were in the majors and we are a AA team.
Oh, so y'all are younger. You found the story. Yeah, we're probably not going to get to it today until tomorrow. And even then, I don't know how much we'll get to it tomorrow because that's the extra fine arts day. So
Usually on Mondays we only take most notes, and then on Tuesdays we do the story, and then on Wednesdays we do the close read.
Exactly. Yep. Along that way. Y'all can just lead the lesson. I'll let y'all lead the way then. Natalie and Emma, y'all can lead the way and teach me. Okay. Yeah. Right. But yeah, mostly Mondays are notes for math and reading, and then Tuesday, whatever we can get to since we have music then. But usually Wednesday, because we're like a day behind y'all because y'all had fine arts on Friday. So probably Wednesday will be like our close. Is that when you said close read was, or Tuesday? Maybe.
We usually do close read on Wednesdays and Tuesdays, and then we read the story on Tuesdays.
I want to tell Miss Wallings hi. Hello?
Hey, sorry to bother you, but do you have a spelling notebook?
For who? The Jacob I had? He should have had one in his desk. But I mean, I can.
Do you have one? Or?
Like an extra one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an extra one. Your kids miss you. Oh, and Natalie did show up after all. She's on my Zoom. Yeah. Okay. All right. Bye. Sorry. Hold on. I need to give them.
Was that Miss Swan?
Yeah, somebody needs a spelling notebook. Why my child for my old class needs a spelling notebook who we did spelling every single day? I don't know. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me show you the next word. I think, what do we have? We have one more, right? We have ultraviolet. Get this copy done. A color of light that is invisible to the human eye. Ultraviolet. We can't see it. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Some people didn't have supplies next door. They haven't been at school. They didn't have spelling notebooks. I don't think I have any extra ones, but just the one I have. Just the one I have, I believe. Okay. All right. Did we get it copied down? Yep.
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. So,
Yes.
okay, I'll give you a couple minutes. My class is slow, guys. They're slow at copying things down. Miss Walling's like, you ought to be done if she was moving on. But be thinking about poetry and maybe what you know about poetry. So we're going to be talking about poetry this week.
After this, are we gonna take out our my view?
Not yet. Not yet. We're going to, I don't know how much we'll get into my view today, actually. But, so we'll be talking about poetry. We might be going back to spiraling cause and effect. We'll see what we can get into. Ooh, Canvas login solution. Any questions about anything? Normally, this is how our Monday is going to be. Just like Emma said, a lot of Mondays are note taking, right? And then Tuesday, you kind of get into work and stuff. Yeah, we got a lot of notes taken. We're going to take some over poetry in a little bit, but we'll talk about it, what we know, if anybody knows anything about it, and then we'll move on to taking some notes. What's 3? Oh, singular and plural nouns. Those are from last week. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Did y'all get it, RJ and Vida, or not yet?
Yes, I got it.
That one person got it.
I got it.
Everybody else got it? Miss Wallings? I'm going to call y'all Miss Wallings, kids. Now we're able to get them down? Poetry. Do y'all know anything about poetry? Who knows anything about poetry? Anything about poetry? Anybody know anything about poetry? This is a good question. Does poetry always rhyme? Is there always rhyme in poetry, or do we need to go over what rhyming is? Or who can let me go over that first. What does rhyme mean? Can you give me an example of like 2 rhyming words maybe? Just to see if y'all know what rhyming means. Go ahead, Emma. What do you got for rhyming?
Like sky and cry.
Yeah, sky and cry. Yeah. Natalie, did you have one?
Lie pie.
Lie pie. Good job. Anybody else have words that rhyme? I think y'all learn about rhyming. I don't even know what grade it is in rhyming. Who else got an example of rhyming? I don't want to give my anchor chart away. I was going to make y'all draw yet before we talk about rhyming. So, like cat maybe and bat, they rhyme, right? And sometimes in poetry, the end or like that last word in a line will rhyme. So maybe it will say the cat ran. Wait, no, I don't even know. But the two last words will rhyme. I'll have to show you on a second what I mean. But anybody else have any other rhyming words they want to share with us? Manello, go ahead. I didn't see your hand there because I only have a few of y'all.
This one's really hard, and I don't know how I just got it. I just thought of it.
What?
Superstitious and malicious.
Oh, my sweet Larry James. That is pretty. Superstitious and malicious. Yeah, that's pretty fancy there, sir. That's fancy. Anybody else? But yeah, poetry does not always rhyme. There are some poems that will not rhyme at all. There will be no rhyming or rhythm in there anywhere. So that's a big one. So don't assume that every poem we read, I don't know how many we'll read this week, but that they will rhyme. We'll read one in a little bit. I was looking at it and it does rhyme, but they don't always rhyme. So before we start, were y'all tearing out, let me ask y'all, were y'all tearing out these anchor charts in your book and putting them in there? I don't know if y'all were. No, y'all are probably just going over them. We'll go over them a little bit later. Okay, poetry. I want to go over some poetry. Elements of poetry. So, elements of poetry in your reading journal. We're copying this down. I know it's going to take a while, but let's get it done. Elements of poetry. There's certain elements to poetry like stanza. They have lines. They rhyme. There's certain things. I'll put a couple of them up. So a line break, where each line of text ends in the poem. So like at the very end, I should have printed one out to show y'all, but I didn't print one out. I'll show y'all what a line break is, and I'll give you an example of a line break. I'm thinking your test is gonna have one. Let me show you a story this week, and I'll show you an example of a line break. Not gonna so an example of a line break would be like right here, because right, you got your line here, and then the line breaks at the end where it ends. That's an example. So where each line, go ahead. Sorry, Natalie.
Is the stanza like each paragraph?
Yeah, it's like each set of words. Yeah, so like a stanza, you're jumping ahead. Yeah, would be like this part right here. I guess it's like instead of saying a paragraph, poems have stanzas, right? They have stanzas. So this is like stanza 1, stanza 2, stanza 3. Yeah, exactly. It's like the paragraph for a poem. It's a fancier group.
I remember doing this in like 3rd grade because we would have like, poems to like, you know how we have our reading test? We had like poems to do.
Yeah, like this week, I'll show you. This week, you've got a poem on your test. There's your test right there. You got a poem. And I forgot to grab the poems from my box, but we'll read some more poems tomorrow and our story this week. The butterfly eyes, like Natalie found, is in poems. But yeah, the stanza is like a group of lines within the poem. So like Natalie said, it's like a paragraph, but it's the fancier version because we're talking about poems. I think of poems as fancier things. They seem fancier to me. They don't seem like your everyday stories. I know, was it, who's a famous poem? Wish I would have grabbed my book. Now I almost want to go grab my book. Those poems. I'll read one in a few minutes after we get this done. It's called Chameleon. It's going to be a good one. It's called Chameleon. I think y'all will like it. Chameleon. Somebody can probably tell me what that one's about. I bet you, without even reading it. What else? I think rhyme is the next one. Is it rhyme? Rhyme and rhythm. So a pattern of stressed syllables or any rhyming words. So like Natalie said, I forgot, lie and pie, I think it was, right? And Ella said malicious and superstitious. And then I think I said a more probably fourth grade answer type thing of cat and bat. They rhyme. And then I forgot what Emma. What'd you say, Emma? Which ones did you say? I forgot what words you said.
Crying sky.
Crying sky. Yes, crying sky. I'm trying to think of what else there is. But yeah. So a pattern of stressed syllables are rhyming. And remember, not all poems will rhyme. Some will rhyme every line. There'll be a rhyme, but not line and rhyme. No, those don't rhyme. Line, rhyme. No, those don't rhyme. Trying to think of some words that rhyme. Bread.
Dog.
Yeah, bread and head. No, those don't rhyme either. Goodness, I'm like a brain fart here this morning. Trying to think. I want something that's super. I want to updo Anello's superstitious and malicious. Trying to think of. I got vicious and no. That's not. Trying to think of rhyming word. I'm trying to updo Anello's rhyming or his words. I'm trying to think of a harder one. I can't think of it right now. What else we got? Repetition. Sometimes there will be repetition in the poem. Something may be repeated several times. The L is in black because I messed up when I was writing it. But repetition, lines or words that are repeated in a poem, usually to show importance. So if something's repeated several times or multiple times in a poem, it's probably really important that we pay attention to those lines or whatever it's saying, or think about what it's saying, because it could be the answer to a question. It can help us understand maybe what's going on in the poem, or maybe who the person is talking, or I don't know. But usually if it's repeated, it's very important. Ooh. Ooh, that's not on this anchor chart though. Figures.
I thought you froze
No, I was
because you weren't even talking.
Oh, I was reading this poem. I was reading the Chameleon poem as you were writing it down. And I was thinking, because it doesn't talk about figurative language. Do y'all know what figurative language is? I think we talked about this a while back when we were going over, I don't remember what it was. But like figurative language is like similes and metaphors.
I think what we read, it was like most like feathers for flying, or not just for flying.
It might have been, yeah, feathers for flying. I don't remember, but we went over figurative language, or like similes and metaphors, which was
No, the title was actually feathers are not just for flying.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that was the title. I don't remember when we went over figurative language or similes and metaphors. I know we've gone over them this year. I was just thinking, because poems have a lot of figurative language, which I don't think is included in here. I guess we can start right here. Imagery. Let me move it up. I'm going to move it up. I think everybody's gotten at least that part done. Imagery. Using words to paint a picture using the 5 senses. So, this one's tough. I guess that would be imagery, using words to paint a picture using the 5 senses, which would be an example of like figurative language, almost kind of like using a simile. So red like a tomato. So it's helping you maybe understand, if maybe in a poem you might read, the man was red like a tomato. Is he literally like a tomato? It's not saying he's a tomato. It's just saying maybe he's what?
Super red.
Super red, and maybe why would he be super red? It's kind of helping you paint that picture. Maybe where was he at?
Maybe he was on the beach and he got a sunburn.
Yeah, there you go. So it's like using words to paint a picture. So like I just gave that example, the man was red like a tomato. He's not literally a tomato, but he's red like a tomato because you could probably infer he's been at the beach. Usually you get red when you don't put sunscreen on, right? Or what else is another one? I'm trying to think. Using imagery to paint a picture using the five senses. So your five senses, what is it? Your touch, your
Taste,
sight.
smell, hearing, and
Did you say taste?
yeah.
Taste, touch, sight,
Taste, touch,
hear,
smell.
smell. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, your five senses. Or maybe one would be trying to think of. Or we're talking about butterflies. Trying to think of a imagery to paint about butterflies. Maybe the butterfly was as yellow as the sun. Maybe it's telling us it's painting the picture of a maybe what color butterfly probably. If it says the butterfly is as yellow as the sun. Huh? Or looks like a sun. Maybe it's telling us it's yellow like the sun, or the butterfly is as dark as night. No, we're going away.
Or the butterfly is fast like a cheetah.
Oh, you're muted. Sorry. Alliteration, using the same sound or letter at the beginning of the words. I'll give you an example of that in a second. Alliteration. But here, let me move it up so y'all can see. I gotta go grab something real fast. I'm like the runaround teacher because I don't have kids in the classroom. So they want me to run around, but I'll be right back in a second, okay? Y'all get this down and I'll show you alliteration.
Okay.
Alliteration. Back. Looking for. I wonder if this guy's got done. Sorry, guys. I was looking for an old MyView book, but I guess I can just use.
Did you get it?
I guess I can just give them mine. I'm trying to think. My MyView book. Hold on. Yeah, I'm taking some notes in it. I'll find me one later on. Hold on. I guess. Hold on one second. Let me give them mine. Back in action. Back in action. Alliteration. We're going over alliteration. Using the same sound or letter at the beginning of words or lines. I had an example of one. Let me find one. Miss Putnam had used it. She's like, oh, alliteration. Let me see. It was in an email. So using the same sound or letter at the beginning. Hold on. I had
Writing block time.
writing block time. I know it should be writing block time, but we're a little behind today, so it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, right here. Here, let me give you this example.
Miss Hernandez,
Yes. Yes.
when is our break?
If
I don't remember what time it is.
it was at 9, we're dissolving that break from now on. So, but if you need to go to the restroom or grab a drink of water, I mean, I guess I could give y'all like 5 minutes. I can give y'all 5 minutes.
It's because I'm going somewhere and I'm gonna still be on the internet, but I just wanted to go right now because I need to go. But
Okay.
I'm still gonna be like
I can
on
give
school.
y'all, what I can do is I can give y'all like a 5-minute break real fast. I'm gonna keep the Zoom on and then we'll come back. Y'all, if y'all need to go to the restroom or grab a drink real fast, I'll keep it on. And then we can have like a 5-minute, a quick little like a restroom break, I guess, if you are fine with that. And then yeah, it's only gonna be 5 minutes though. So like literally from at 10:06 be back, okay? I don't know. Got it?
Okay.
I'm gonna keep the Zoom on. I'm just gonna let y'all go to the restroom real fast. I guess it's like a bathroom break, but y'all at home. So I wouldn't turn off my Zoom.
Mute my mic and turn off.
You can right now if you want to, but yeah, I mean, we're just literally gonna go to the restroom and come back. It would be like if we were in the classroom. You can just hang out here real fast. Because I mean, I have to go to the restroom too, so I won't mind it. So, got it. And keep recording. Let's share my screen. Alliteration. So that was using the same sound or letter at the beginning of words or lines. So an example of alliteration would be penguin party progress. I don't know if y'all remember that from last year when Miss Putnam had that penguin party. When we were living the really good life, I think maybe it was right before Christmas break or something. I don't remember when it was, or if it was after Christmas break. I don't remember.
I think it was after Christmas break, the penguin party.
Yeah, I don't remember when it was, but this is an example of alliteration using the same letter or sound at the beginning. So penguin, party, progress. Does anybody want to try to give me an example of like maybe an alliteration they can think of real fast off the top of their head? I can't, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of something that would be kind of clever or something. I can't really think of anything right now. I'm lost. Daniel, did you have something?
How about boom or bam? Or
Those are
arf?
gonna be onomatopoeias. We're about to go over that. That's something different. Alliteration is where it's words that are with the same letter, same sound in the beginning, like penguin party progress. I'm trying to think, but you're on the right track of where we're headed to next. I'll see if I can think of some more in a second. But Daniel just said, what about boom and pow? Those are examples of an onomatopoeia, words that make a sound. So pow, like you'll see when they're punching, they're like pow, or like zap when you're zapping something. So yeah, go ahead, Daniel.
How about Peter Piper pizza?
Oh yeah, Peter Piper pizza. There you go. Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. Peter Piper pizza. Yeah, they all start with the P. So Peter Piper pizza. Good. I like that one. I should have put that as an example. That's a good one. I like that one. Yeah, Peter Piper pizza. They all start with P. Bingo. You get props for that one. I couldn't even think of anything. That one's a good one. I like that one. Peter Piper pizza. So yeah, onomatopoeia, words that make a sound. Pow, zap. Anybody else have any other examples of maybe an onomatopoeia? Bam, right? Bam would be one, right? Bam, like bam. Like you hit something like bam.
I have an alliteration.
Like what?
I have an alliteration.
Go ahead. Let me see.
Wham bam, yes ma'am.
Wham, bam. Wham, bam. Using the, but it's using the same sound or letter at the beginning though, so.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
maybe
like it would all be like W's, or it would be all the sound that W makes, or
I
yeah.
was thinking about rhyming.
I'll think about it. Maybe I can give you a kind of like a little homework thing. Maybe you can find some alliterations. I'm sure if you Googled them, there would probably be a few alliterations you could think of. But yeah, that was a good one that Daniel gave. I didn't even think of Peter Piper pizza because they all start with P. So Peter Piper pizza.
And it's also the name of a restaurant.
Yeah, that's a good one. I do like that one though. That was a good one. I'm about to look up alliterations. Let me look them up on my phone. Let me see why you are writing this down. But onomatopoeia. So like pow, zap, bam. Those are good ones. Alliterations.
Wait, I need to tell you another.
You have another one?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Crash. Yeah, that's an onomatopoeia.
So here's one. Lazy leaping lizards like licking luscious lollipops. That one's one for crazy one. Lazy leaping lizards like licking luscious lollipops. That's a mouthful.
Tongue twister.
Yes. A cool kookaburras kiss koalas. I don't even know. So wonderful wombats wind up windmills. These are interesting ones. I'm gonna copy. Monkey, here's a cool one. Monkeys make major messes. Oh, I got one. I got one for somebody in our class. So Natalie nibbles noodles noisily. Natalie nibbles.
I got one. Like I remember I was watching a series from Captain Underpants, and then one of the Mr. Crump says this: 2 tigers take turns tasting tapioca.
There you go. 2 tigers take turns tasting tapioca. Whoa, do you know which one that's in? Do you know which Captain Underpants that's in? That's a good one. 2.
I think it was in. I think when it was like one of the series, because they have the series. I know it was in the first. There's 3 different ones. There's the camping one, the space one, and the normal school one. It was definitely in the normal school one.
Good one. 2. Say it again, Anella. 2.
2 tigers take turns tasting tapioca.
2 tigers take turns tasting tapioca. Whoa, that's a tongue twister right there. 2 tigers take turns tasting tapioca. Ooh, I got one. 2
I got one.
Turns tasting tapioca. Go ahead, Daniel.
Seashell by the seashore.
So seashell. I think you had one word in there, I think, that wasn't, I think, part of the alliteration. But good. Okay.
So we're gonna have recess at the end, right?
Yeah, recess is gonna be like at the end of the day. Kind of like it was at the same time, RJ, as we had ours, actually.
Okay.
We'll have the big difference between us is that we're just gonna have that quick little bathroom break in the morning now. So, but recess will be at the end. We got this down. Manello, you got a question?
When I think of onomatopoeias, I think of some kind of comic, or like, you know, like there's old Batman series where they would put, like, they would edit it so it looks like whenever they punch something, they would make a POW pop up.
Yeah, like I think of comics too. Yeah, I don't think I have any comics in here. I'm looking right now to see. I don't think I have any comics. Oh, maybe this is one. I don't think I have any comics. I definitely think of comics. Let me see if I can find, an onomatopoeia like comics. I don't think I have any. I have this one. I guess an onomatopoeia would be ha ha, I guess. Like laughing. Trying to think. I found a Captain Underpants, but I don't see much. I see a little bit. Oh, right here. Here's one. Here's like an example of an onomatopoeia. Clump. Right there. There's an example of one. Let me see if I can find another one.
Wait.
What?
How about chomp?
Oh, here's like an onomatopoeia or alliteration. You take out A. Professor Poopy Pants packed powerful punch. There's an onomatopoeia or alliteration. Sorry, not onomatopoeia.
I like those books before.
Yeah, but I think that's it. Okay, everybody has this down, so we can move on to what we're going over next. Got it? We're good? I think Miss Wallingcroft is good. So you're probably going to be looking, let's see what we're going to look at here. Let me go pull up page. What page? Where's the beginning at? So you can close your reading journal for now. We're not going to need it anymore this minute. I'm trying to find my page. Part of a habitat. It's this page, right? Page in your MyView book. We're going to need our MyView book now. Sorry. Page 363. MyView. Anello, you have a question?
By MyView, since we have new books, is it like the new MyView? Because I think I saw a new one.
Not your new MyView book yet. Your old one. It should still be your old MyView book for another, I think another week or two. We have this book. Not for very long, but right now it's still the old MyView book. The one that we've been using before. You find?
Good.
Yeah. I'll let y'all know when we use that new one, which I think. No. Well, it's gonna be about 3 weeks from now.
We're still in the 4.1.
Yep, we're still on 4.1. You don't need your new MyView book yet, so keep that one stored away until like another 3 weeks. I think we have, I think, one more story in here, and then we get out our new MyView book. So yeah, 363, part of a habitat. We're looking at the butterflies.
I found a story. It's from Butterfly Eyes and the Other Secrets of the Meadow.
It's a very interesting story. This is probably one of my least favorite ones, probably because it's poetry, to be honest with you. Let's see what we're talking about this week. Well, I said we're talking about poetry. We're also going to work in some maybe inferencing. Yes.
It's 363, right?
Yes. No, 336. I might have told you wrong. 336, sorry.
336.
Yes, sorry. 336.
Okay.
Was this week 4 or is this week 5? No. Oh, right here.
Part of a habitat.
Yep, part of a habitat. I'm going to share my screen so y'all can see my online book. Right here. Everybody can see it? I believe so. Okay. RJ, did you find it? Your MyView book. Daniel?
Yes, 162, right?
336. Walking around there, Daniel. I feel your pain. I want to get off around too. Let's see. Parts of a habitat.
Part of a habitat. A butterfly egg is laid on a plant.
Ooh, this is off topic, but what are the stages of a butterfly, the stages of a butterfly, like becoming a butterfly? Some of y'all probably know. Natalie? I should have got one this week too.
They have a cocoon.
Uh-huh.
And then they have to wait for many years to open up and become a butterfly.
It's not many years because I had one time. It takes a few weeks.
Oh.
I had one in here though that was the butterfly, and then it cocooned, and then what is there? A chrysalis? Isn't there part of like a chrysalis? And then I remember it was during one of our star tests. It like ended up blooming. I was like, why are y'all staring at the butterfly or whatever? And it was like blooming during our star test a couple years ago. It's pretty interesting.
After several days, a caterpillar comes out of the egg and begins to feed on the plant. The caterpillar continues to eat and grow. The fully grown caterpillar sheds its skin and begins to turn into a chrysalis.
There it is. So it's a caterpillar, and then it becomes a chrysalis.
Inside the chrysalis, an amazing transformation takes place.
Butterfly eyes
What, RJ?
is the story of butterfly eyes.
Yes, that's going to be our story this week. That's probably why we're talking about butterflies right now. Here it is.
The adult butterfly comes out of the chrysalis. Soon it will fly away and search for food.
So it's
Part of a habitat.
That's it. That's it. Oh man, so it starts as a butterfly, and then it's the butterfly egg is laid on a plant, and then after several days, a caterpillar comes out, and then it turns into a chrysalis, the cocoon, and then a butterfly comes out. What? That's it? I thought there was more to this. So, ooh.
Did you think a cocoon was like a separate step? Cocoon is the same thing as chrysalis.
I thought I thought there was more to the butterfly. I don't know why I was thinking that there's more to a butterfly or becoming a butterfly than that. I don't know why I thought more than that.
Me and my mom, we love to study the life cycle of butterfly and moths and caterpillars. And I think the cocoon is for a moth because every time we search for cocoons, a moth comes out of it and it's not a butterfly.
True, I didn't think of that. It could be. So a chrysalis would be for the butterfly, and then a cocoon would be for the moth. I didn't think that. I'm gonna have to look it up now. See, I'm learning from y'all. That could be true. I'm gonna look it up now. But yeah, I think eventually, I don't know. Eventually, if we talk about the life cycle of a butterfly. I know y'all do what, 2nd grade and 3rd grade. Y'all do quite a bit of it. So let's see.
In what ways do living things depend on each other?
In what ways do living things depend on each other? So what is something else that maybe depends on another animal or something else? I'm trying to think. In what ways do living things depend on each other?
Ms. Hernandez, can it be like anything or does it have to be with butterflies?
It doesn't have to be butterflies. I'm trying to think of an example. In what ways do living things depend on each other? So I was thinking, oh, maybe like a butterfly and like a flower. Don't they depend on each other? Like not a butterfly.
I thought you sound like animal to animal. Like what?
It could be animals, but I was thinking of more of not a butterfly. I was thinking of like a bee and a flower. How do a bee and a flower depend on each other? I think
the bee, like I see, like it pollen to me, like
it takes like the pollen or the food. It gets food from the flower, right? So they kind of depend on each other. Those two things. Anello, I see you have your hand up. Go ahead.
I was gonna say if it was the bee wouldn't really it wouldn't really depend on the flower as much as the flower depended on it, because the flower is the one that needs to reproduce, and to do that it needs to spread far away.
But they depend on each other though, don't they? Like in some depending on each other. Yeah. Good job. And now Emma.
I was going to say how they depend on each other. So the flower depends on the bee because the bee can like take the nectar and pollen from.
Yeah, so it goes somewhere else. Yeah. So I think was that last week's story we read in? That was the birds last week. But the reading story 2 weeks ago from our reading test was talking about how I think it said the plants depend on the animals, like you said, the bees to pollinate, reproduce, right? I think it was the story before that. Another example, does anybody have another example? Maybe it could be an animal that maybe depends on another animal for something. I'm trying to think. Sorry, I'm trying to send this Zoom link to a parent. Any other examples of maybe an animal or I guess a plant or something that depends on somebody else? I'm trying to think. I can't think. Nobody has any examples? Nobody? Nobody? I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything else right now. Let's do this part. Does it play for us? No, it doesn't. It says quick write. How does a caterpillar depend on a leaf? How does a toad or a bird depend on a caterpillar? Take notes about how animals depend on each other to survive. So let's talk about the caterpillar on the side there. It says, how does a caterpillar depend on a leaf? So why does the caterpillar depend on a leaf? Why does it need a leaf? Who can tell me why a caterpillar needs a leaf? Maybe. Somebody tell me why a caterpillar might need a leaf. Yes. I saw Natalie. You had your hand up. Go ahead. I'm trying to send the Zoom link to a parent. Sorry.
So they can eat the leaf.
They could probably eat the leaf. What else would be another?
Or to hang on it.
What would be another reason that it depends on the leaf, or it needs the leaf? I guess maybe not depends on it, but why it needs the leaf. So hold on, let me.
I think it would need a leaf by like, if it needs to be born, it needs to be on the leaf, and if it doesn't, if it's not on the leaf, I don't know where else it would be.
So it depends on it for
to be alive.
Be alive, yeah. Or I'm trying to send this parent a Zoom link. So I guess we can put on there. It depends on. Nope. On the leaf for food and what? I guess a home. I guess a habitat. It depends on the leaf for food and
Miss Hernandez.
place to, what do we say? Lay? Go ahead, Mariah.
No, never mind.
I guess a place to, I'm gonna use just for.
I put, it depends on the leaf for food and birth, I guess.
But Miss Hernandez, I was gonna tell you like an animal that kind of depends on another animal.
I guess I can put that. What do you got, Mariah? Try to think.
A wolf needs a deer because that like wolves eat deers, and well, it's like because they need, that's like their food, I guess. Depend on the other animals so they can eat.
So a wolf and what?
A wolf and a deer. So a wolf needs to eat the deer, and like there's some animals that eat, like a snake. It eats a mouse. It's kind of like, because it's food.
Oh, like you're talking about like kind of like the food web, like where, like maybe like a snake eats the mouse, maybe the deer eats the snake. You're talking about like kind of like a food web is what I'm thinking of.
Well, yeah, sure.
So along,
because like it depends on it, because that's how it eats. And I guess if it doesn't eat it, it'll starve.
Yeah, they depend on each other. Yeah, but I'm also just thinking like you're thinking of like a food web too, of where like I said, like maybe what is a rabbit? A rabbit doesn't eat. A mouse doesn't eat grass, but like the snake eats the mouse. The snake is eaten by the deer, and then maybe what else is eaten by the deer? I don't know, like a lion.
The wolf. A lion.
Yeah.
I know, but can't a lion get eaten by a deer if they die? They can just eat the grass. They're just eating the grass of it. So
deer eat grass, I believe.
Yeah, deer eat grass, but so there would be herbivores, but a lion is a carnivore. It needs meat. So it can't just go and eat grass because it depends on the meat. And
yeah, but can't a deer eat a lion if the lion's dead and it becomes grass? Wouldn't that be counted as it?
So say that again. Wait, say it one more time.
If a lion dies and it becomes dirt and soil makes grass, and then the deers eat grass.
I guess, yeah, it's like the circle of life. I guess, yeah, the deer would just eat the lion. I guess the grass that was grown by the fertilizer of the dead animal. Yeah, I guess it would be like that. It would just start that whole circle of life again, I guess.
I didn't know that lions make fertilizer.
Well, they wouldn't make fertilizer. He's talking about like if it passed away and it were to like just dissolve into the ground, it would like fertilize the ground. They don't make fertilizer, but if it were to be like killed by another animal, the remaining, I guess, body parts of it could become nutrients for the grass to grow. So it's not like they make fertilizer, but, or if you really if you think about it, like when, this is gonna sound really gross, but like cows, when they go number 2 and they go poopy, it's used as fertilizer for a lot of plants. I don't know if y'all knew that, but it's used as fertilizer and it's very nutritious for plants and grasses and stuff to grow. So it's like what he was saying about the lion, once it dissolves into the ground, it becomes like fertilizer for the ground to grow, the grass to grow. That was a lot. Okay, what are we going on to? I think I was gonna read the poem. I had a poem for y'all to read. I don't know. Let me see if I can pull it up on my computer and it can read it to us. Hold on one second.
There's 15 more minutes until the
I know, that went by fast. Y'all probably gonna have to remind me, since I don't have kids in here, I'm gonna forget. So y'all may have to remind me at 10:45 because I'll forget and I'll keep going.
I'll be your time reminder because I have the schedule right next to me.
Okay, perfect. And I'm gonna put it on Canvas too for everybody else that needs it. But you can be my timekeeper. Sorry, because I will forget because there's no kids in here to tell me, oh, it's time for PE, even though RJ is pretty good about knowing when it's, oh, but we have music today. We don't have PE, so.
So do we go into music?
At 10:45 you are, but not right now.
For 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, in 15 minutes. Yep.
And while we're doing music, you can have a break.
I don't know if I necessarily have a break, but yes, I can. I get somewhat of a break, I guess. I don't know that I will have a break. But what I like about the afternoon though is we have math, and you know math just goes boom, it zooms by. I don't know if it does for y'all, but I thought
it does. It does for us because we do like really quick.
Like it's like bam,
and
bam.
That's because I love math.
Yeah, math for us in the morning, it would zoom by like crazy. Hold on, I'm trying to find.
What's after music?
Yeah, music on Mondays.
Make a copy. Why are they using Google? I was gonna see if it had it on there, but never mind. Maybe we'll, unless it's gonna play.
What's after music? I forgot the schedule already.
It would be lunch. Your lunch is all still the same. Your lunch is all still the same. They don't put, I wanted to see if it had the poem on here. So y'all
But isn't it for y'all teachers that are like, that are for Zoom teachers, that's a Zoom teacher, isn't it kind of nice to have nobody in your classroom for like peace and quiet on break time?
Doesn't go over that. I like, oh, there is handwriting too. I don't know if we're not gonna get to it. I like the chaos, I guess, of the classroom. I would rather have kids in the classroom. If it were up to me, I would rather have kids in the classroom.
We come back at 12:30 for lunch.
Yeah, we'll have to move back. Hold on. Let me stop.
So we go back at 10:32. I mean 12:32.
We'll talk about, I'll talk about it a little bit. Let me go over, let's read this poem and let's see if we got any rhyming parts.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have this. I don't want to, hold on. Let me try to adjust my, maybe if I zoom out, y'all can probably see the bottom part. Let me zoom out on my settings. Y'all don't have this, but we're going to be reading this poem down here. I should print them out. I'm going to have to start printing them out. Okay, so at the bottom, I know it's kind of hard to see. I don't want to zoom in. Let me move all of this. Can y'all see the little poem at the bottom? It says chameleon. Can y'all see? Okay, so chameleon, who thinks they know what we're going to be reading about in this poem or what's going to be talking about? Who thinks they know? I bet you Nella can probably tell me what it's going to be about. Go ahead, Emma.
A chameleon.
Probably a chameleon, right? And maybe what happens to chameleon? What specific thing happens to chameleon? Dominic?
So once I read a book where this chameleon got lost, so they hired a detective. I think this is kind of gonna be similar, but it's gonna be a poem.
A poem? But what do you know? What's special about a chameleon? What is special about a chameleon? What do they do, chameleon?
A chameleon can hide in plain sight by changing its color.
So it's like it can camouflage, right? They change like crazy.
Yeah.
They change like
So
crazy.
it's just like playing hide and seek.
They play hide and seek in plain sight. Yeah. So let's see. Chameleon, now you see me, now you don't. Just like what y'all said. They hide in plain sight. Now you see me, now you don't. You think you can find me, but I know you won't. Ooh, is there rhyming in there? So now let me read it again. Let me just read that stanza again. Remember, these are our stanzas right here, or like paragraphs, I guess, if you're reading a story. Now you see me, now you don't. You think you can find me, but I know you won't. Is there rhyming in there? Do y'all see rhyming words? Now you see me, now you don't. You think you can find me, but I know you won't. What are the two rhyming words there? Dominic, go ahead.
Won't and don't.
Won't and don't. So if you look at it, every other line is gonna be rhyming on this stanza, right? Don't and won't. And they've got me and me. Let's see our next one. Standing out can be trouble, so I choose to blend in. I fade into the background just by changing my skin. So standing out can be trouble.
Can I go use the restroom real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, RJ. Standing out can be trouble, so I choose to blend in. I fade into the background just by changing my skin color. Brunello, did you have something you wanted to add?
See a rhyme. It's in and skin.
In and skin. So every other line, just like up here, it was the second. It was line 2 and line 4, and now it would be 6 and line 8. In and skin. Let's see. Let's keep reading. I can match my surroundings, become any color. I can move to grow brighter or swiftly grow duller. Duller. I can match my surroundings, become any color. I can move to grow brighter or swiftly grow duller. Ooh, I'm red like a tomato or yellow like honey, vivid purple or bold blue or green like some money. So Dominic, do you have something you want to say?
I was gonna say that there's a rhyme.
Where at?
Honey and money.
Honey and money. Yeah, the every other line. Natalie, go ahead. Somebody, Natalie. My Natalie. New.
I saw the exact same thing as Dominic.
You saw rhyming. Natalie, did you have a question? Somebody had their hand raised. Okay.
No, we just had them on as Dominic.
Okay. Oh, but what I was talking about earlier, I'm red like a tomato. This is like is a key word for simile or metaphor. I don't remember when we went over these, but I know we went over these. Simile, yeah. When you're comparing things using like or as, that's a simile. So is the chameleon really a tomato? No, it's not really a tomato, right? It's just comparing it to the color of the tomato. Daniel, do you have your hand up?
Like in another stanza, there's like a rhyme.
Okay, hold on. I haven't got there yet. Hold on. You can tell me when it comes up. Natalie, do you have a question? Natalie B.
No, there's a simile, which is or green like some money.
Yeah, or green like some money, or yellow like honey, because yellow, I guess honey is yellow. It's kind of like an off yellow, like a weird yellow. So let's keep going.
The one that I buy kind of looks like orange. I don't like it.
So there, your honey is orange like an orange, or orange like, I don't know, something orange like a basketball maybe, because basketball is orange. So any color of the rainbow, my skin can be in a flash. I can match a rosy sunset or a golden ring of brass. So flash, and brass. Yeah. Dominic, you got something?
Flash and brass.
I don't think those rhyme though. Flash, brass. Brass flash. Maybe. I can hide in plain sight. Colors let me disappear. I'm nature's magic trick. No need for funhouse mirrors. So I can hide in plain sight. Colors let me disappear. I'm nature's magic trick. No need for funhouse mirrors. I don't see any rhyming there, do we? So see, it has some rhyming and it doesn't have some rhyming. So camouflage keeps me safe from predators like snakes. I can watch without being seen. Changing colors is all it takes. Oh, that one has rhyming, I think. Go ahead, Daniel.
It's safe and snakes.
Yeah, takes and snakes. Yeah, snakes and takes. Takes and snakes. My skin makes me special. There's nothing I'd rather be than a colorful chameleon. This is the life for me. Use a cause and effect organizer to help describe how chameleons adapt.
It's 10:40.
Dominic, go ahead.
Me and B.
Me and B. Yeah, there's some rhyming in here. So we saw some rhyming and we saw some similes.
Stanzas.
Yeah, and we see our stanzas, right? And each one is line breaks, and these would be our line. If we were, I should have gone and labeled them. Did we see any alliterations, any words with like our word patterns like the penguin progress party or anything like that? Or Peter Piper pizza? We didn't see any alliteration in there, right? Or onomatopoeias where the words make the sound like bam and pow. We didn't see any of that in there, did we? I don't think we did. Right? No. So use a cause and effect graphic organizer to describe how chameleons adapt to their environment. So why do chameleons adapt to their environment? Why do they do that? What's the cause of that? I guess the effect would be changing to their color. What would be the cause or what would be the reason for them adapting to their environment? Why do they change to blend in with their environment? Dominic?
They change their skin to hide from predators.
Yeah, because it says camouflage keeps me safe from predators like snakes. I can watch without being seen. Changing colors is all it takes. So yeah, the effect would be blending in with the environment. The cause is, I guess, predators, right? The predators are scaring them or not scaring them, or trying to eat them, so they blend in with their environment. Trying to think.
Bananas. I've been thinking, if a chameleon was playing a hide and seek with a chameleon, would the chameleon find the chameleon?
I would probably say no. I don't know. Maybe they have better eyes and they can see. I would probably say no. I don't know. Anybody want to answer that question? I don't know that they would find each other.
I think they would, because there's a book and there's about dragons, and there's these things called rain wings, and they're exactly like chameleons except dragons, and they can find each other. So if a dragon can find each other, then
I wish I could speak to a chameleon and ask, but I don't know if they would actually.
But it's kind of their own habit. So
maybe they are. Maybe they would be good at locating other chameleons. I have no clue.
Probably they would, because like if a chameleon will probably think like if he was hiding, he would hide in really good plain sight. So then he'll like find the chameleon.
Yeah, maybe if they have good noses or something, or if one didn't take a bath.
I mean, it could be. I don't know. Do y'all? I think that's all. That's all I have for our poem today and our spelling. We didn't get to do any writing, but we'll catch up tomorrow, because hopefully we'll catch up tomorrow. But do y'all still have access to your old like music Zoom link? Because it's the same Zoom link that you had before with Miss Wallings. I can put it. Let me see if I can put the link.
I still can't log on to Canvas.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same music Zoom link that you were using before, and it's expected that y'all are going to music. I know y'all are all virtual, so I expect to see all of y'all or hear that all of y'all are at music. So 13 of y'all. If not,
hopefully I can get inside, because if I don't, my mom said I have to go back. If I miss one more class, I have to go back to school.
Oh yeah, you better get back to Zooming. But yeah, let me see if I can find the music Zoom link, and then I can put it in the chat, and I guess you can go from there. But Or the
Miss Hernandez,
After
we go to PE right now?
no, there's not PE today. It's music. Let me see.
Oh, okay.
Let me find the schedule. Hold on. I had a schedule here. Let me find my schedule. 2021 schedule. Maybe this is it. I don't know. I'm gonna put the passcode and the ID in there for music.
Miss Hernandez?
Yes.
No, I can log into music on through Canvas.
Yeah, you can also do it through Canvas.
My camp is existing.
Let me see. That's not it. Okay, let me find the music. Let me find the I guess I could do that. I didn't even think of doing that. Music. I forgot I have tiles I can go look at. Let me find the tile and I'll give you the ID and the music passcode. So as I'm looking for it, I had an alarm today. As I'm looking for it, you have music until 11:35, right? And then you have your lunch. And what time are we coming back? Miss Walling's class, I think y'all said 12:30, right?
Yeah, 12:30.
I think we'll be back. I guess we can do 12:30. That could be RJ and Vida and Natalie. Natalie V, 12:30 is what time we're going to be back after music. Let me find the Zoom link.
Okay.
Let me find the Zoom link for music. Modules, maybe
So we come back at 12:30?
Yes, 12:30. Let me see. Okay. Here's the meeting ID.
Miss Hernandez, I could see like your Canvas page, not Miss Wallings anymore.
Good. So then that means hopefully later on we're going to test it out with math and see how well it works. So good. They just update them in the middle of the night or whenever, and I have no control over that. If you can see mine though, that's perfect. But I can tell you a lot of what we do, we're going to be using the books and stuff. It's not like you're going to need Canvas a lot unless you miss for a day or you want to go look, then you'll find stuff in Canvas. But other than that, let me see. I wonder if it will let me copy this. So I'm gonna in the chat.
Can we go to music right now?
Yes, music. In the chat, I'm gonna put in the meeting ID for music if you need it, okay? Meeting.
Okay.
If not, you can go in through Canvas like you've been doing. It's the same thing that you've been doing before for y'all that are online.
I know the meeting ID, I just don't know the meeting code. Like, there's a difference. The meeting ID you have to put in. You have to put it inside. It's CW 2020, I think.
And then the passcode is CW 2020. Did everybody get it? So I put the meeting ID if you need it, and then the passcode. Y'all have it? And it's
Are you able to copy it? Like you can like right click on it or like copy it.
I don't think so. Not off of here. It's not gonna let you. If I were you, it's the same way we've been logging in, and it's just you're going at a different time. So however you've been logging in Miss Walling's class before the music to Zoom, you're doing the same thing, okay? We're just going on a different day. Got it? Questions? Nope. We're good? Thumbs up? Or we need help with something? Good, okay. What time are we coming back?
12:30.
12:30.
Hey, my class
12:30.
5 minutes. I will see y'all at 12:30. Ready?
Yes.
Make sure you have your math binder ready because we're going to be going into math. Y'all that don't have it, we're going to be using Class Kick anyway. So you are lucky. We're going to have fun with that. I'll see y'all at 12:20 or 12:30. Sorry. Music or art? Music. Okay, I'm going to art.